Good morning to all of you. Let me first check that. Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will start this lecture within few minutes. All of you are requested to join fast so that we'll start our lecture. Please join fast. Ask your friends to join fast. Already for this meeting, 22 participants have joined. There are more than, I think there are 75 students in your class. Today is the 7th of October, no? Join fast. Those who haven't joined yet, if your friend is not there in the list of participants, then request him to join to this lecture. Okay. 37 students have already joined to this lecture. Still some are joining. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and after that we will start this lecture, okay? Case number 4. Case number 4. Alpha plus or minus I beta. Alpha plus or minus I beta. Repeated twice is alpha plus or minus I beta. Repeated twice. Case number 4 alpha plus I beta repeated twice. Then okay, so more than 40 students have joined to this lecture. We will start our lecture. Let me share the screen first. Okay. I have shared with you screen. Okay. So is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in the last lecture, we have discussed about the importance of English language and why there is need to study or to learn this language. Okay, so okay, so today we will see that the importance and need of the English language. Okay, so in the day before yesterday lecture, we have seen that what are the reasons to learn English, why do we learn English. Okay, so today let's start with the importance and need of the English language. Okay, so people know the importance of it, and that is why this is the language which is taught as a basic language in each and every state. Okay, so as today's need or today's importance of English language has increased, and that is why this language is taught as a basic language or second language in more and more educational institutes. Okay, today's education system have modified their curriculum or syllabus with the help of this language. Okay, they have included it as a mandatory language, compulsory language. Okay, if you see that there are professional courses like Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Commerce or Bachelor of Science, or even the professional courses like engineering also. There in the curriculum or in the syllabus, the educational list, okay, educational list or the members of the curriculum or board of education have included this subject English as a compulsory language. Okay, and that is why there is there is a need of this subject to learn in deep. Okay, so people know the importance of it, and that is why this language is taught as a basic language in each and every state. Speaking internationally, it would be really difficult to prosper in this world without knowing this language. So we have discussed it. Without speaking or without the knowledge of English, is it possible to live, or is it possible to survive uh, in the foreign countries? It is not possible, because in the foreign countries you will have to know the language and their own language, their foreign languages, or you will have to know, or you will be able to speak this English language. Okay, so without English language, it is very difficult to prosper or to live in the foreign countries or uh, the outside of the India. Okay, in India or in the Asian continent, the countries like neighboring countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, here we can speak Hindi language, but uh, if we move towards the eastern of or Arabian countries also, it's not allowed to speak in Hindi language. They all they either know the Arabian language or they will speak with you uh, in English language. Okay, so that is why it becomes very uh, mandatory, or it becomes very important to learn this language. When it comes to globalization, the first language that comes to our mind is of English. Okay, so as it is the language of globalization, we know that when we think of the globalization or we want to be a part of globalization, uh, the first support that we will take is of the English language. Okay, because to become a global, we have to know the minimum or uh, necessary knowledge of this language. Okay, English language, as we all are using computers and internets and laptops, we found most of the information in the English language. And if we want to get information, or if we want to or we will need the information from internet in our language, we have to convert or we have to use translator, but it becomes very lengthy and difficult job. Okay, so better to learn in English language itself, or use the English language as the medium of education. The next is to create a world of ethically responsible, equitable, and tolerant. Uh, the English language plays a key role. Okay, so for creating the world ethically responsible, responsible means what? Jawabdar. Equitable means what? Nyaya. Equitable means what? Nyaya. And tolerant. Tolerant means what? Tolerant means the Sahanshil or Sayami. Okay, so to become or uh, to be or to apply these qualities to our mind or us, we have to be very responsible. And for that, for getting the knowledge of these qualities, or for getting the access of these qualities, it is very important to have the knowledge of English, so that after getting the knowledge of English, after learning this language, we will start reading the books. Okay, we will start reading the different types of books, autobiographies, novels, the IT, informational technology books, uh, then innovations that are happening or that are taking place in the world. So for this, to know this all, we have to learn this language. Then you can get from each field event in business, communication with customers and other delegates. It is very important to exchange and share our thoughts and innovations. Thus the business grows. So to grow our business, okay, to grow our business, Please, someone is.
तीन फोन बोलायला
While attending lectures, while joining lecture, keep in mind that your speaker or your microphone is not on. Okay, so keep it on mute. Okay, please mute your microphone so that your voice doesn't come to us. Okay, because as we are attending this lecture, we are joining this lecture, we all are learning this lecture or this part of syllabus. Okay, so because of your voice, the what we can say, disturbance is happening between us. Okay, what's these phonemes? So please mute your microphone while joining this lecture. Okay, then where we were. So for growing the business or for growth of our business, how we can take efforts to grow our business, we will grow our business with the help of marketing. And for the marketing, for reaching to the customers, it is very important to share our ideas with them and share our thoughts, important innovations with them, so that they will observe or they will see our product and they will think about it to purchase it or not purchase it. Okay, so for growing the business also, or for improvement of our business, it is very important to learn this language. Okay, so this is the importance of English language. Let's see the next part of this slide. The importance and need we have discussed. English is the international common term. So all of you know that English is the language which is also called as the international common term. Why it is called as this? Because it is the language which is spoken around all over the world. Okay, and there are several factors. Let's see. There are several factors that make the English language essential to communication in our current time. Okay, so there are also several factors काही तिथं मुद्दे आहेत that make the English language essential to communication in this current time. Okay, so currently the situation is that if you want to be in a race of the job, if you want any job, the first condition is that we have to know this language. We have to have the knowledge of this language. Okay, so it is very essential for the communication purpose. When you went to an interview of the job, then they will ask you that are you able to speak in the English language, and thereafter they will decide about you that whether you are selected or not. Okay, so for that also it is very important. Then the next is, first of all, it is the most common foreign term. This means that two people who come from different countries usually use English as a common tongue to communicate. This is also called lingua franca. So English is also called as lingua franca. What is lingua franca? Lingua franca means connection language. Okay, connection language or communication language that we use for communication. Okay, so English is also called as lingua franca. First of all, it is the most common foreign tongue. So there is no doubt that this is the most foreign common tongue that we are using in each and every field, at each and every instant, and at each and every moment we are using it. This means that two people who come from different countries usually use English as a common language. So if went to foreign countries, or we went out to visit the European countries, and we want to travel, or we want to take a journey to the European countries, then in what language will speak with the people from that country? If we are at if we are at France, okay, or we are at the Germany, then if we don't know the English language, then it becomes very difficult, okay, to communicate with them, because they don't know our language. Hindi is not an international common term, okay, or Marathi is not an international common term. It is only specified with our India or Maharashtra. Okay, so to become a global personality, or to become a globally famous, we have to learn this language, and we have to know what is this language. So if we went to the European countries, and if we want to know something about, if we are observing the statues, or if we are uh, if we want to visit a museum, so if we go with our language, it won't be possible to know what is about, what that museum is about. Okay, so that is why it becomes very necessary to have this knowledge with us. Okay, then it is also called as the lingua franca, that is connection language. That's why everyone needs to learn the language in order to interact at international level. So at the international level, it becomes very difficult if we go with our own tongue or with our mother tongue. Okay, if there are people from our country, or there is a group, or there is a community uh, of our own, then we can speak in our own mother tongue. But in front of the international people, or in front of the foreign people, if we are interacting with them with our English Hindi language, then they can't receive our message, or they can't get what we are going to discuss with them, or what we want to convey to them. Okay, so that is why it becomes very difficult to connect with them. Then speaking it will help you communicate with people from countries all over the world, not just English speaking ones. So if we are speaking this language, if we are speaking or we are communicating with the help of this language, then we will know, or we will get the information of all over the world. Okay, not just English speaking ones. Okay, so if we are using this language, then we can also learn the other languages, other foreign languages also. Okay, if we have the basic knowledge of this language, then we can take the basic knowledge of German also, basic knowledge of French also, basic knowledge of Italian also. Okay, so that becomes easy when we have this language as our master mastery over that language. Okay. Then next we have to see is that it is the language of education. Okay. So as you know that we have our curriculum or we have our syllabus in this language. Okay. So our syllabus is also just a minute. Yes. So it is also the language of education. English is also essential to the field of education. So without English, if we want to become educated, it becomes very difficult. Okay. If we are having the language, our mother tongue, we are learning, or our learning medium is our own mother tongue, then it becomes very difficult to switch it when we have this English language for our degree programs or post graduation programs. So English is also essential to the field of education. In many countries, children are taught and encouraged to learn English as a second language. So in India itself, we have English as a second language. We use English as a second language, and our first language is what? Our mother tongue or Hindi language. Okay. So, or state language and Hindi language, this comes under the first language, but English, we are using it as a second language. So where is this language used as a first language? So there are different countries like British or England or Britain, then USA, then Canada, then Australia, New Zealand. These are the countries where this English language is used as a first language. Okay. Or the language that is mother tongue. Okay. So we are not in that category. Okay. We are in the category of second language. Okay. Because we have Hindi or our mother tongue or state language as first language. Then almost 90% of educational subjects are written in English. So we know that, and you are studying the professional courses, you are learning at the second year of this civil engineering. Okay. So you know that your education or your syllabus is made, or it is in the language of English. Okay. It is the language of education is English language that we are using. Okay. Our university or our government has decided that the language of education should be, or language of writing should be, English for the professional courses like engineering, then medical fields, pharmacy, pharmaceutical fields, hotel management fields, or uh, press, internet, media or press. The language they're using it as English language, and we have to study these subjects by using this medium of English language. Okay. Yes, they are trying to provide you the syllabus in English language. They're trying to provide your syllabus or uh, translate the content of the syllabus, content of your syllabus in mother tongue, but that will take the time. Okay, it won't be possible within few years. It will take more than 5 years. Okay, thereafter you can study these professional courses in your mother tongue also. Okay, but till the time you have no option except this language. Okay, so we have got the reminder of 10 minutes. Okay, we have 10 minutes for this session. After 10 minutes you will have to join once again for last 20 minutes of the lecture. Okay, and then only I will take the attendance. Okay, so till the time we will see this slide, there are 9 minutes more to end this session. Okay, so after 9 minutes you will have to join once again for this lecture. Okay, we have the lecture till 12 p.m. Okay, so yes, almost 90% of educational subjects are written in English except our mother tongue. Okay, we have our mother tongues, like if we are living in Maharashtra, we have Marathi as mother tongue, but if we are living in Kerala, their mother tongue is different, that is Malayalam. So more than 90% is educational syllabus or subjects are written in English. If you take your subjects also, like Som, Tom, these are your subjects. These are also using English as a medium. Okay, you can't study in your mother tongue. Okay, you can translate that content for your understanding purpose, but you can't write in your own mother tongue. So even in countries where it is not an official language, such as Netherlands or Sweden, we will find many such syllabi in science and engineering are written in English. So you will find the syllabus or curriculum of science and engineering and medical fields and pharmaceutical fields, hotel management fields, media, international press media. Okay, so these have their syllabus or syllabi in English language, and this is the thing which is followed by all over the country. Okay, so no exception for the English language, because it is the dominant language in the science. Most of the research and studies you find in any given scientific field will be written in it as well. So if you want to take a glance at the researches that made in your field, then you will find that mostly all of the researchers have used this language to communicate or to write their research papers or research materials or research studies. Okay, so except this language we cannot get the knowledge of the whole world. Okay, or even our subject also. So that is why it is made compulsory, or it is made compulsory for many professional courses. Even you people have learned the communication skills and professional communications when you were uh, in the first year of this engineering. Okay, so you have these subjects, communication skills and professional communications, uh, for your personality development or overall development. Okay, so these are the subjects our university, Solapur University, and many other universities, they have included in their curriculum or syllabus. Okay, at the university level, students in many countries study almost all their subjects in English in order to make the material more accessible to the international students. So at the university level, you know that at the university level also, students in many countries have their study or subjects that are in English. Okay, almost all their subjects are in English in order to make the material more accessible to the international students. So why they have uh, used English as a language of communication or language of education? They have used it because they want to reach uh, uh, to the students uh, in at any level of their understanding. Okay, so they want to reach to the student at the university level. Students in many countries study almost all their subjects, means almost all of your subjects are written in English. Okay, in order to make material more accessible to the international students. So if you want to assess the materials or international material, then it won't be possible without this language. Okay, it will be possible with only this language. So that is why this is called as the language of education. Okay, so let me, only 3 minutes are there. Let me check how many students are there. I will mark your attendance in the last 20 minutes. Okay, let me check first how many students are there. So please join to lecture after the end of this meeting for last 20 minutes. लास्टच्या 20 मिनिट्स साठी परत एकदा जॉईन व्हा.